Hey everybody, welcome back to an exciting episode of Samp&Chance. We are hot off the heels of Summerslam. Night two's just concluded about an hour ago. I'm joined with my man with the master plan, Mr. Chance Michaels. How are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good yourself?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. New location for you today?
No, I just do it in the room. There's much stuff going on upstairs, so
Fair enough, fair enough, fair
quiet
enough.
down.
I am off site, so hence the background. But you know what, man? We had to get this out tonight, man. SummerSlam's in the book. 2 night SummerSlam done. I don't think we're gonna go over every single match, but overall, what did you think of the 2 nights?
Night two is pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good. Night one had its moments, but I thought night two was head and shoulders above night one. One more thing, SummerSlam was way better. Both SummerSlam nights I thought were better than both WrestleMania nights.
Yeah, they did a great job with it.
WWE did a good job on this. It was a pretty good stuff.
Yeah. So quickly, highlights from night one. Was there anything that kind of stood out to you that you want to talk about and kind of dissect a little bit here while
Yeah,
I
I'll
pull
give.
up the
I
match
like.
cards?
Yeah, Jelly Roll stood out to me. Like I get it. He's only trained for a bit, but he put in the work. He lost a lot of weight. I got what did he say? Lost over 200 pounds, whatever it was. Of course, he's
230
using.
pounds.
Yeah, it's all Ozempic. I get that, but he's still sweating. He put he was some of his punches are better than some of the guys' punches in WWE. Like his working punch is not that bad, and it was a cool swerve because I don't think anybody thought Logan was going to pin Jelly Roll. So that was a nice little spot there. Logan's obviously frog splash, absolutely amazing, and it was a fun match. One thing I didn't like, CM Punk looked pretty bad. He was gassed in the first 5 minutes. He's old. He's brittle. He's breaking down. Still great on the mic, but I think his main event days are they need to be behind him because that was not a good performance by CM Punk. And it's not Gunther's fault. There's no chemistry. There's no story there. It just didn't feel like a main event.
Well, I mean, the build up to it was kind of quiet as well. In essence, if you
Mm-hmm.
think about it in hindsight, the match itself, I mean, yeah, I really felt there was no chemistry until Gunther emerged with a bloody nose. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm.
And when the color emerged and everything started to pick up after that point. But up until that point, it just, you're right, there was really no chemistry. And I talked about it earlier today on a preview show that I did on the WSN network with the boys over there. Um, he just looked old, like you're saying, he did look old.
Mm.
He didn't, he's Punk of old, man. Like, there's two things in life that are guaranteed: Father Time will never lose, and death will never lose. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And here's a prime indication of a guy who's just, maybe too much time on the indies and everything combined is just his body can't take it anymore. And it made for a bad, normally I'm the one who will say that the world title should be in the main event. Maybe this time they should have reversed the roles, but the way the night ended, I can understand why they did it. Now, swerve of the century, man, and I'm saying this because this guy went to Alabama. He swerved the people at his own wrestling school leading up to this moment. I'm talking about Seth Rollins
Mm.
cashing in the money in the bank there. Yeah, he had the title for 5 minutes, but that was it. And this story continues. Seth Rollins, man, new world champion.
Better him than Punk, man. I thought when Punk comes out, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. The guy can barely work anymore. So it was cool. Seth had everybody fooled. Most people, 95% of people, including us and all the podcasts, I thought it was a legit injury because you just never know in wrestling. It did look, remember I said, that's kind of a weak injury. Like it looked weak, but you just never know the way the knee's going to tweak. He's had knee injuries. Either way, came out, cashed in. It was well done. That was a good heel work. He faked the injury, tricked everybody, came out and won the belt. So
But dude, when I say they tricked
yeah,
everybody, roster, everyone. Like, I mean, the dude legitimately went to get his knee checked out in Alabama. You know what I mean? Outside of his wife, maybe Triple H and a couple other people,
not many knew.
no one knew.
But you can't because
Nobody
one
knew.
guy will tell his wife, will tell his friend it's leaked on the internet, right?
Yeah, right. Like, so I mean, in this day and age of social media where everything gets leaked, they did a great job this weekend, man. Both with that, and then what came later on.
Let's not forget how they got Lesnar in. They flew him in on a private jet. Here's another thing that most people don't know. What Vince McMahon would do, and I'm sure Triple H did something similar, Tony Khan, whoever's calling the shot here, sorry, Nick Khan, is they fly you in a private jet. There's the pilots, there's the guys are going to take your bags to the car. The car is going to drive you to the hotel. They tip those guys extra. So they be quiet about it. So they don't say, hey, Lesnar's in town, Lesnar's in town. They take you to the hotel or a house they rent, and they take the car comes, picks you up, and brings you to the arena. So nobody knows you're there and leaks on the internet, right? So that's probably what they did with Lesnar. And nobody saw it coming. They all thought he was done. What's he been 2 years now since he's been there?
He's been there 2 years, and yes, Lesnar flew in late last night, and they kept him at the hotel. under wraps all day long, just hidden.
But people don't
And
realize the only reason he's kept under wraps is everybody that sees him, whether it's a concierge or it's security, they pay them. Hey, here's $500. Be quiet. Don't say anything that Lesnar's here. And somebody still could, but I guess this time nobody did. And it's an old
no,
trick that
it's
McMahon
not
used to
even a
use.
hotel, bro. They take him straight to where the lot is, and they put him on a
No,
bus.
no, no. They put him in a hotel or a house rented off site,
Are
so
you
he can be ready
sure?
for all his gear. Yep, 100%. They've been saying that for years. It's one of McMahon's old tricks. I'm sure Triple H and TKO does the same thing.
No, my understanding
Because
is
you can't. Because
what I
McMahon was
read.
so paranoid, he
What
didn't
I
want
read
anybody to
is
find out.
they drove him straight to a bus,
Why would they put him on a bus?
one of those kind of camper home thingies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They,
So whatever you want to call her, whatever they're
yeah,
going to put him in, they pay the people that drive him and the pilots and everybody to be
yeah.
quiet so they don't leak it out.
So, two great secrets kept tonight. Wow. I mean, it just kind of opens the floodgates for so many stories now as well. But it's SummerSlam, man. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
There were some bad moments. The one thing that I did notice is um, we'll call her Velcro, the Becky Velcro match. I know her name's not Velcro. That's the nickname they call her. She's terrible. She does not belong in the main event. She couldn't hang with Becky. She's not ready to be up on that upper echelon yet. So she needs a lot more mid-level matches. I didn't think she could hang. I thought that was one of the weaker moments of SummerSlam.
Well, when I look at
Just
Lyra,
showing her inability.
when I talk about Lyra, a lot of the times I've said this to you before as well. Like she just doesn't seem to know how to sell something, or she puts herself in a position too long. Example of that tonight was with the Zap strap. I mean, okay, it's one thing getting beaten up with the Zap strap, but she made it look too easy for
Hmm.
Becky to tie her hands up. You know what I mean? Like her resistance is horrible. It's almost like she's waiting for the move to happen. She does need to work on that. Yeah, she needs some more seasoning. Maybe she was called up too soon
Yeah, it's
from
not her fault. I mean,
NXT.
you take the spot, you get it, but I don't know
Yeah.
if she'll ever be ready to get to that level or she just needs more time.
Well,
But
even with
it's
her
not a good
promos,
match.
it is what it was. But I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. Your thoughts on Roman and Jay versus Braun and Braun? I call them the two Brawnies.
Good match. I just think that we talk about Braun as being a beast, and he is, but he's actually quite a small guy. What is he, 5'10"? I mean, so you want to put, people are saying right now, he works great. Don't get me wrong, he's fast, great spear. I'm not knocking him, but we talk like he's a big monster. He's not really a big monster, not a big guy. His dad is actually bigger than him. So you're going to put, eventually, I'm sure we're going to see Brock versus Braun. You're going to put Braun to Brock. Braun's going to be going up to his chin, up to his chest. He's not that big of a guy. You put him against Lesnar, it's going to make him look, I don't want to say miniature because he's big, but not that big.
Yeah, but that's down the road. I don't know if that's going to happen
I'm
first.
just saying, like, I
More
think we've
people,
overhyped him. Like he's not as big as Goldberg or Brock.
yeah.
He's an average sized guy at best. But it was a good match, though.
No, I really enjoyed it as well. I thought the right guys won, no problem there with me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only complaint that I had about that match in particular was the finish. And if I'm being nitpicky, Jey Uso spearing Bronson Reed just looked horrible.
It was
Like
a
he
terrible
just
spear.
right, yeah, it was a horrible spear, and it was just caught at the wrong angle, unfortunately, as well. But for Bronson to sell it that way, you know what I mean? It just kind of takes a little away from Bronson Reed that he can take a spear and fall. Like he should have just bounced off of him, in my opinion, to
Dude,
keep
if I'm
him
Triple H or
strong.
Bruce Pritchard, I'd tell AJ, so you ever do a spear ever again on TV, they're so weak. You can't say it's pathetic, but it looks pathetic. It's like, dude, no more spearing. From now on, the only guy spearing in this company, like Goldberg said, should be Braun because that's an
Yeah,
amazing spear. This
yeah.
maybe range, but Uso spear is one of the worst I've ever seen in my life.
But still, I think that was probably the only downside of it. The right guys won. I was
Yeah,
happy with it. No
that's a good
issues
match.
there. Very quickly, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Honestly, this is what I take away from it. You could really tell that Charlotte and Alexa were happy working together, shoot style. You know what I
I
mean?
was
Like
going to say
that,
they were talking to
that
each other, they're
that's a
having a
pure
bit.
shoot. They're actually
Mm-hmm.
having fun. They're
Mm-hmm.
legitimately having fun. No one probably, even Charlotte, even said yesterday at the post show that she said that when I was off injured, I never thought of, I'm looking forward to tagging with Alexa. But I think right now where both these women are in their careers, where they are on the roster, it's a great teaming, man. I'm looking forward to this run.
They work
I
well
think it's
together.
fun. And the stuff in the ring was really cool too. I'm just gonna point this out really quick. What I liked about that match is when she actually inadvertently slapped Charlotte in the face. Charlotte got kind of knocked out, fell out of the ring, going for Sister Abigail. Camera angle was perfect. Charlotte standing there in the foreground, looks like she's gonna kick Alexa. No, goes after Rodriguez, Sister Abigail. Only part that was missing was a kiss on the forehead from Alexa before delivering the final move. But you know what? I was happy with it. I thought it was a great match. Doesn't hurt Raquel, doesn't hurt Roxanne in any way.
No.
Um, and it's great. It's going to be a lot of fun watching these two until they lose it and they end up going up against one another.
Yeah, they worked well. They had good chemistry. Nobody was really sure what to expect with them, and because
Yeah.
they're past beef, but they worked it out, and it was good.
All right, night one, Tiffany Stratton against Jade Cargill for the WWE Championship. And I think you and I both said this. I know I said this for sure on the preview show. I don't think Jade is ready, and that was very evident. Nothing against Jade. She's great. I think eventually she'll be ready to carry a
I don't
title.
know about that. 42 years old. If you're not ready at 42, you're never going to be ready.
But it's different when I think it's different in pro wrestling. You know what I mean? And when I'm say ready, I don't think she's ready to carry a match on her own. You know, she
Mm-hmm.
has the skill set, she has all the abilities to do it. That's what pro wrestling is great for. You can be a little bit older and
Yes.
still pull stuff off, right? So physically, she can do everything, but I just don't think she has that control yet of the ring to be able to call a
And
match
she
like a
probably never will.
champion.
Not at this age.
Well,
It's
I don't
hard to
know, man.
teach
You
a
never say never, right?
old
But
dog new tricks, right?
I just
Not
think
not
the
at 42.
I just think the match was okay. Nothing spectacular, but I think, it kind of just showed
That's all right.
that, it is what it is. All right, let's move on. Sami Zayn, Karrion Cross, probably the swerve of the night because everyone thought Karrion was going to win, but Sami wins it at the end of the day. I didn't have a problem with this match. I still thought it was pretty good.
It was all right, but this could have been on SmackDown. It doesn't really need to be a SummerSlam match. You're right. I thought Karrion was going to win. 95% of people did, so that was cool that they swerved and gave Sammy the win, 2 wins in a row. But SmackDown match filler, bathroom break.
Fair enough.
And I like Karrion Cross, but
All right, very quickly, women's world championship match from tonight, night two here. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Now, Naomi, when she was walking down to the ring, it was her father who was actually playing the guitar.
oh, nice.
Yeah. So nice little entrance there for them. Great match. I really enjoyed this.
Best women's
And
match of both nights.
yeah, no, 100%. And again, like I told you guys on the preview show, and I said to you as well, Chance, Naomi will win this match because it will be because of Io and Rhea having their
Yeah,
own little thing going on.
Naomi
And,
come in for the win.
and always, like a weasel, and I'm not calling her a weasel, but
No, that's exactly what it is. That was a weasel move, right?
it's a weasel move. Once again, the story keeps going. Rhea gets so close, yet she's being kept far away, which is great. I like that. I don't have a problem with it. Naomi wins it. Not a bad start tonight, too. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Your thoughts on the TLC match, man? What were your? How did you like it? I thought it was okay. It
There's some
was
big spots.
some big spots. I think the biggest spot was Candice LeRae going through the ladders. Like,
Mhm.
I get it. The ladders were probably prepped to fucking break that way. But man, the visual of it, that's a pretty hard fall,
It's
regardless.
probably one of the better TLC matches in the last couple of years that I
Yeah.
can think of off the top of my head.
And the Hardys were in the crowd and the Dudleys were in the
The
crowd.
only thing I didn't like, I don't like what's the guy who grabbed the belt from Wyatt Six? What's his name?
Uh,
Gacy?
who?
Who's the guy who grabbed the belts to win it? What's the name of the Wyatt Six guy?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. It wasn't. He's
Gacy?
got the
What's
long
his name?
hair.
Gacy?
Yeah.
He looks horrible. He doesn't even look like a wrestler. He's an absolute joke. He's terrible. I'd rather see Bo Dallas and Dexter Loomis together in there. That guy's absolutely terrible. I'm glad the Wyatt Six won because they
Yeah.
need it with the vignettes. But there were some good moves. There's some good spots in there, man. These guys and
I mean,
go,
what
go back
stands
and
out for
watch the
me,
highlights of it. Really good.
Champa hanging off that thing, that takes some core strength. I don't care what anybody
Yeah, he
says
pulled himself up
to,
nice.
to hold himself there for that
Well, he's
long.
a little guy, so it's easy for little guys to do that.
Regardless, man, you still need to have strength. You
Yeah,
can
yeah, I get it. He's
little
about
guy.
$160, but yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. Give him some
No,
respect.
no, it is.
Give him
But I
some
mean,
respect,
that's
Mr.
my
Michael.
daughter could do that. Pull your leg up.
All right, I like to see the little princess hold herself up that long.
Oh yeah, like that. Hang on, yeah, you just got to hold and pull yourself up. Don't get me wrong, he's in good shape, but when you're a little guy like that, it's not that tough. It was a cool spot because we've never seen it before. That's what makes it cool.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. This was probably the boringest match of the night, and I kind of was looking forward to it a little bit. Sokoa versus um Jacob Fatu. I mean, it was a good match, don't get me wrong, but I mean, at the end of the day, there was really nothing that really stood out. They could have had this on SmackDown.
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah, they just didn't have good chemistry. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was too much interference. I thought it was a weak spot when you said that about Velcro, we'll call her. But you saw Fatu, same thing. He let his hand get handcuffed. He didn't even do anything. and all Buddy was like kicking his face barely. That was pretty weak,
Yeah,
weak spot. But it wasn't a good match.
it
It
wasn't a
didn't
good
flow
match. I
well.
mean, Solo won. He walks away with the title, but again, it's just I don't know, man. That one kind of left me.
They just don't have some guys are good dance partners. For whatever the reason, Solo and Jacob just don't make a good dance partner together. It's
Yeah,
good that they kept
well,
Jacob
you know what?
strong.
Maybe they just had a bad night. You know what I mean? I mean, we've seen them work together before. It's been fine. Maybe it was just a bad night. Maybe it was just what it was. But I mean,
I think it's time to get done with the Jacob Solo story and let something else happen now.
well, something has to give here, right? Because I don't know how much longer they can keep doing. And shout out to Solo. Love what he's been doing lately.
Yeah, he's getting a
Looking
lot
great.
better on the mic
You
too.
know what? And you know what I really like about it? They've really separated themselves from the whole bloodline thing.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's been separated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I like that as well. All right. Intercontinental Championship match. I figured you were going to shit all over this, but man, you actually liked it. Dominic versus AJ. Good match.
That was a good match. It was a good match. AJ, again, you saw John Cena tonight. You saw AJ Styles tonight. Both guys are a little bit older. I think a year or two older than CM Punk. So you'll see. And Punk is supposed to be the straight edge guy. So you'll see. If you look at Cena's body, you look at AJ's body, you look at Punk's body. You can see who's working harder than the others. So AJ looked pretty good still for 48 years old. Dominic looked at good chemistry, man. It was one of the better matches of the night. They had a
Dude,
really
it
good
was
match.
fun. I mean,
Flowed well.
the technique, just the little nuances, like unzipping his boot, all the little details, all the tributes to Eddie Guerrero, which incidentally was the 20th anniversary of Eddie versus Ray for Dominic.
Yep.
So a lot of tributes there. You had AJ wearing the not the exact gear, but very similar gear to what Eddie wore that night. You had Dom wearing not the exact gear, obviously, but the same stuff that
Yeah.
Ray wore that night. Pardon me. But it was a good match, man. I thought these guys had good chemistry. You know, if AJ's thinking about hanging him up, then great, good for you. You're hanging him up with your body still intact and looking good and feeling good. But I mean, I think AJ could probably go for another 2, 3 years after the way he performed tonight. And good on Dom, man. He looked really good too. So they're keeping Dom strong. He's looking good. He's going off to AAA to fight for their
That's thanks for bringing
title.
that up, man. I didn't like. I can't stand that AAA stuff. I saw some of those guys come out and smack on that tag team. I said, this nobody knows what those guys are, man. Unless you're like a hardcore fan. That stuff's corny, man.
Well,
I'm
matter
not
of
saying AAA
opinion.
is not a good promotion. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when you're bringing in the minor leagues to come to the big leagues, it looks weak. That's like bringing in CFL team to play against an NFL team in a scrimmage. You would never do that because you're WWE. You're supposed to be here, and everybody else is here. Now you're saying AAA is on your level, or AAA is on your level. I don't like it.
I don't think anyone's saying that except you.
Everybody's saying that, dude.
Who? Who's everybody?
All the casuals go on X, dude. They're
Those are
ripping on it.
casuals.
But
The
that's the guys that
people,
watch the show,
yeah,
though.
but the people who know, right? So they're
Yeah, but
not
that's what,
nowhere on
that's
their
the thing,
level.
dude. Nobody.
If anything, WWE is keeping TNA and AAA under them, man. Look, both the TNA
But
titles are now on NXT. They're gonna end up taking their main title on putting it on Dominic, who's the WWE guy. So they're stripping everyone of
but
their
here's
stuff.
the thing. Here's why McMahon would never do this. WWE is supposed to be the NFL. The NFL is not going to let an XFL team, a CFL team, play them in a scrimmage because what NFL would say, we are the best of the best. You're not worthy to play us. So, but Triple H and Khan and whoever's making decisions are saying, wait a minute, we are not better than you guys. We are all equal. We'll all sing Kumbaya. You weaken WWE, you cheapen WWE. We see some guys who come from Mexico, some guys who come from TNA and wrestle on our level. Don't like it. It's a bad look, and I don't like it. Never have. I like how McMahon did it. Nope, we're the best. You can't come with us. You
Eh,
work your way here.
maybe McMahon was different as the world's changing, my friend. But anyways, that's a matter of an opinion.
World's
All
changing
right.
as the ratings are going down.
All right, man. Street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Everyone expecting a swerve. Everyone expecting something to happen. I think the swerve of this match was the fact that Cody won it without any interference and won it clean.
I don't think that was a swerve at all. I think
In
that
a way, it kind of is because everyone expected someone to interfere, someone to do something. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's an actual swerve, but it's like
mm,
that kind of a swerve that there was no swerve, right? Until the very end. But the match was great, man.
I,
These
I,
guys
I
put
would
on.
say on the swerve thing, you're 50-50. Then some people were saying Cody's going to win. People were saying John Cena's going to. I thought John Cena's going to win because Cody is just a boring champion. They're going back to the well again with him. I don't know why. This is way better than the WrestleMania match. The WrestleMania match was absolutely horrible. It was
Well, this is
garbage.
much better because I think The Rock and Travis Scott and all that stuff that was supposed to happen kind of screwed the whole program up, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
but you're going back to the well with Cody Rhodes again. He was not a great champ. I don't know. Whatever, he won the match. It was a great match. They both worked their butts off.
well, right
John
now, out
Cena
of
looked great.
everyone there, I think Cody's the only option they had right now, right, to kind of carry on. So, see what they do with Cody Rhodes. I don't know, but I mean, that's not even the story. Cody left the ring. Everything is everything. And it's like a repeat all over again. It was almost like an old SummerSlam when Brock came back the first time in 2015 and came down that ramp and attacked Cena. And again, here we go again, man. My understanding is this was something that Cena wanted to have Brock back. He wanted to have one more program with him. So, to all those people out there that are complaining or upset, hey man, it is what it is. The man never did anything wrong, right? Am I,
No, he didn't do nothing wrong.
yes, he was documented in some court filings, and because of that, that kind of held him back. So I'm assuming that must have been cleared.
He never even met her. He does never even met
Well,
her.
no, I understand all that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like nothing actually ever happened. He was just on documents. So I'm assuming he must be
Allegedly,
cleared.
he allegedly said that. We don't know.
Well, anyways, either way, either they don't care anymore or he's being cleared and it's okay to bring him back.
Here's the thing. Before we get into Brock Lesnar come back was awesome. Before we get into that, here's the problem here. Like I've been saying, it's schizophrenic booking. So 1 minute, the last couple years, they've been booking for the IWC, right? Trying to appease Johnny Gargano's, Pete Dunne's, and all this. Then they realize, wait a minute, the ratings are going down. So what are we gonna do now? We need a shot in the arm. What are we gonna do? We're gonna bring back Brock Lesnar. Big ratings. The casual guys are gonna check it out. We need to go back to that. What's the first thing they do after Lesnar comes back? They cut that garbage press conference out where Triple H sits there and blowbaits about how great he is and how smart he is. So I'm glad WWE's waking up. Maybe it's Ari, maybe it's Shapiro saying, guys, these ratings are bad. We're losing millions of fans. We got to do something here. No more press conferences where you humiliate yourself. We're going to bring Brock back. And what better time to cut off the press conferences? You don't want to answer those questions that they would be asking Triple H. He can't handle that kind of heat. But Lesnar coming back was absolutely awesome. He looked great. And I think the reason that he's back is simple. Like you said, John Cena wanted him back. John Cena's on his retirement party. There's what, 10 dates left?
13.
He's a good guy now. Who better to ruin your party than the most selfish, biggest, baddest man ever in wrestling? He's arrogant. He ruins everything. He came to Hulk Hogan's birthday party. What did he do? Party time's over, Grandpa. Same idea here. He's going to try to ruin John Cena's retirement farewell. Will he? We don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I feel sorry for Cena because as a heel, he had more success in the last 5 years than he ever did in the last 5 years as a heel. The minute he turns a good guy again, he loses the title.
I'll say that John Cena heel run, like he cut some wicked promos, but it wasn't believable. See, because he's such a nice guy. Hulk Hogan, it was believable because he's a little bit of a jerk. So he dyes the beard like this. He comes out with this. He comes out in the Harleys. You got that like that macho swagger. John Cena doesn't have that macho swagger. He's just a good guy, which is awesome. He's not a heel. It wasn't very successful from that standpoint, but he went face.
They gave it a shot. You don't know unless you try, right? So they tried it. The promos
he, he did cut out some ripper promos.
Right, and as he's progressed through this last run, right now at this point, in my opinion, I think he's at his peak wrestling performance. He looks like Cena of old.
He did awesome tonight.
Right, he looked amazing. Cody, right, and why is it that Brock?
He did that Code Red move too, right? He's never done that.
Yeah, that's sick, right? Mm-hmm. Like all the stuff that he was doing. He's shooting movies. He took a lot of chances this night. He could have gotten really hurt today. But man, he looked really good. And Brock coming back. My one question is, why does Brock always seem to have to come back right after Cena has a hard match? Like he just
he's one of his number one nemesis. He's here to
right. He always shows up. He always shows up after Cena's just gone through a grueling match. I loved it, man. I think Brock coming back is phenomenal. And it's just I looked at the bigger picture. Will we get Gunther and Brock now at some point? How does Paul Heyman fit into all of this? Because not only
I sure hope he doesn't join up with Heyman again.
No. But I mean, at some point, maybe Seth and they have unfinished business there too. Seth and Brock, right? I mean, there's so many stories.
I think this is my take. I could be wrong. We're going to see Brock and Cena, obviously. We're going to see Brock and Reigns again. They had great matches. We're going to see that program one more time because Brock's only got a little bit of time left. He's not going to stay here forever. I hope he doesn't join up with Paul Heyman. Brock is not bad on the mic. He's not great. But if you don't want him to talk, he doesn't need to talk. Just come out there and kick some butt.
No, I don't think it's about joining up with Paul Heyman. I think it's because he has unfinished business there. He got screwed by Paul And we
Mm.
didn't see him after that. Remember that, right?
I think eventually we're going to see Braun and Brock, and Braun will beat him. The thing is by doing that, and you realize how small Braun is compared to Brock, it's kind of hard to say he's the next beast when he's not. Braun is not that big of a guy. He's got muscle, not that tall.
Yeah,
So it's
but
going
if
to be
he
hard.
puts if Brock puts over Braun, okay, people attention spans are short. They'll forget how small he is once Brock is gone.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's just he just needs that moment, and maybe that's what the crescendo is here for Brock. You know, passing that.
I thought Braun should have sent off Goldberg, so maybe Braun will send off Lesnar in a year or two.
Maybe, but I said there's just so many possibilities. All the
Mm.
layers now, things are up in the air again. Nothing.
Raw is going to be exciting now. Now you're going to want to. You're going to say, What's Brock going to do? What's Cena going to do? Who
Yeah.
is Seth going to fight? So we have so many things up
Well,
there now.
this is
Who's
the
Cody going to
thing,
fight?
right? Now I feel that SmackDown needs to step up its programming too, because you've lost Cena now, because he's probably going to go end up on Raw, right? You got Brock, who will probably end up on Raw, unless these guys are going cross promotions. I don't know, but I mean,
Well, you got Cody's belt on SmackDown.
well, Cody's on SmackDown, but I mean,
I don't know who Cody's going to go against now. I'm not sure, but
well, right now I don't know. I mean, but let's see. We like
it was a very good SummerSlam.
Yeah, I mean,
way better than WrestleMania.
2 nights. Would you go with that? Would you
If they can
continue?
keep it up, if they can keep what they did this year and next year, yes, because it was really good.
Here's what I liked about the 2 nights. You had six matches on both nights, apart from tonight, which for obvious reasons was the finale of the 2 nights. It went a little over 3 hours. But dude, match flow was great. Everything, just the flow of it all was really, really good. You weren't bored. The 3 hours went really fast. Everything wasn't too.
Well, this one tonight was almost 4 hours, about 3.5. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, night one was only 3. They finished it within
tonight
3.
Was almost 4 though. I think it was like
Tonight was 4. Tonight I mean, Cena and Cody didn't get out there till
that was a 37-minute match.
Yeah, they didn't get out there till about 6. Well, I mean Pacific time, 6:15 ish. By the time all the intros and everything, by the time they actually start to throw, about 6:20. Yeah. So and they went to almost 7 o'clock, right? So
here's another thing. They paid Cardi B a lot of money. They barely made her do anything. The one spot I didn't like Stephanie McMahon coming down to the ring to announce the attendance. That should have been Cardi B.
I get that, but you know what I think happened is a lot of people, after hearing Cardi B talk, probably thought maybe not the best thing.
They should have checked it out before they had her out there.
Yeah, but dude, that's your real voice. I found out. Like, I asked some dudes around me, I'm like, what's the deal with this Cardi B, man? Like, I'm not big on, like I was scrolling through my Twitter and I saw her eating seafood. I don't want to eat seafood anymore.
I didn't see that, but
yeah, dude, it's gross. Like it's just kind of gross. Like, why? What are you doing, girl? And then she talks. I'm thinking, okay, is that an act? No, that's her real voice.
No, I know, but she's super popular. I understand why they brought her, but she's gonna host Wrestling or SummerSlam. Let her host the thing, or let her be a guest.
Nothing. She did nothing except.
No, I know, but that's on WWE though. They didn't give her anything.
Yeah. Well, no, her music.
We don't need to see Stephanie McMahon out there gloating. Get your ass out of the ring and let Cardi do it.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, man. If we're going to be nitpicky, fine. But look, you know what? Overall, I'm going to give the show. If Brock wasn't there, honestly, I still would give it the same score. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, man.
Yeah, I'll give it 7.5, 8. Yeah, I'm with you.
And
I'll say one thing: whatever WWE is doing now, they're starting to wake up and realize, guys, we've been booking a lot of crap. They're seeing the X people are saying, "We want Vince back. We want Vince. We want Vince." So what are they trying to do? They're trying to bring in some more cash with the Brock stuff, the Zenith stuff, get rid of those press conferences. Like some of that corny stuff they've been doing is really cheesy, and they're cutting some of that stuff out. I think they're starting to read the room now, and I can't really. It's a good show, man.
Well, honestly, I think they might have learned from the R-Truth experiment. Here's what I'm going to say.
What is R-Truth?
Well, let me speak on this, my friend. Okay. We want our truth. We want our truth. Internet Wrestling Society, who I do not like at all. I despise them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where? Our truth. Our truth. Where's our truth? Well, they brought him back. Poor bastard shaved his head. Okay. He had his one moment with Cena. Then he goes into a thing with Aleister Black. The only reason he did that is to set up a feud with Damian Priest.
Mm-hmm.
After that, where's this guy? He's right back where he was before. Okay. Maybe they had to learn from that, realize what stupid move was this. Now you got a guy on the roster again that you're paying to do nothing.
I know.
I take nothing away from R-Truth. I love him, but
it's a super good talent.
A horrible, horrible move, right? And maybe they're learning from that now, right? Maybe they realize that. And anything that happened tonight, I guarantee, had nothing to do with Ari or Mark Shapiro. Okay, because those two clowns are the most clueless guys in TKO.
Oh, they're wrestling wise, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, and one more spot. That Cody elevator thing was cool. When Zena came up and had him on his back, came up.
yeah, yeah.
That was
I
cool spot.
wish my only concern, my only take from that was I wish they moved it up quicker than they did.
Those guys are pretty heavy, like 400 pounds. Those
Yeah, I
500 pounds
get
of
that,
that
but
thing.
they can accelerate it if they want, right?
Let's give credit where credit is due. I bash on them a lot, but tonight, Triple H, Pritchard, whoever's writing these shows and booked this, you guys booked a really, really good SummerSlam. You see a big surprise in Lesnar, big surprise in Seth, big surprise for Logan Paul to pin Jelly Roll. You guys booked a hell of a good card. Simple as
No, it
that.
was a good card. I was impressed by Jelly Roll. I was impressed by everything that I saw. The things that everyone expected, they didn't make it happen. Example, Logan pinning Jelly Roll, those guys
Awesome.
walking away with the victory. Any
I
other
gotta
guy?
say, Drew McIntyre's Claymore is one of my favorite moves, man. He just the way he nails that, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
dude, but just like little details like that, right? No one saw any of that kind of stuff happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
The things that everyone thought was supposed to happen didn't happen. Karrion Kross didn't get that win that everyone
Mm-hmm.
thought. So maybe those were the things that they were tricking us on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The atypical
Good.
booking. And I'll be honest, even today, when we were calling it and we were making our predictions on the other show, I said this is hard because some of these ones can go either way, legitimately, and that's fun. That's making wrestling fun again. All
Yes.
right, guys and gals, I tell you what, it's late here Sunday night. We're lucky we have a day off tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about it too much. But
Mm-hmm.
big shout out to WSN. Thank you for the
Yeah.
sponsorship. Thank you for having us on your network. My name, Bobby Sampson. His name, Mr. Chance Michaels.
And in the words of the great ACDC, those that download and subscribe to the podcast, we salute you.
We do
Triple H,
salute
great
you.
job.
Yeah, great stuff, man. Mr. Michaels, thank you very much. I think we're on a 1 week holiday officially now. So we wanted to get this in before we take our little break, and we'll be back to
Mm-hmm.
you guys next Tuesday. In the meantime, I'll hopefully be able to capture some stuff from back east where I'm going to be more boxing content than wrestling, but I'm excited. I've already made a couple phone calls, and hopefully I can get some things set up out that way with some
Mm-hmm.
old friends and former guests that we've had on, and get some content out there this week for the boxing side of it. So guys, enjoy the rest of this weekend and enjoy your week, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Samp and Chance are out.